Welcome back everyone. We're into module 7 now, and in this video we're going to be talking about the two different models of light. I found this probably the most confusing part of the physics course, for me personally, just because it was weird to me that you could analyze one thing as two different things, right? As either a wave or a particle. But that's exactly what we ended up doing with light. So traditionally, light is an electromagnetic wave, and it is. And wave behavior is really good at explaining things that light does, like reflecting off mirrors and refracting as it passes through mediums and diffraction and polarization. But it doesn't do a good job at explaining more nuanced things like the photoelectric effect or the ultraviolet catastrophe, these sorts of problems that started showing up in the early 20th century. For that, we turn to a new model where instead of considering light as a continuous electromagnetic wave, we consider it as little packets of energy, and we call these photons. Effectively, the two models parallel each other. So if you have a photon, its energy is related to the frequency of the electromagnetic wave version of that light. More photons corresponds to a higher intensity or a higher amplitude electromagnetic wave, but a higher frequency wave doesn't increase the number of photons. It only increases the size of each photon in terms of energy. We have these two models sitting parallel to each other because they both work in different scenarios, and we essentially pick whichever one is most useful to explain the behavior that we're observing. And we actually learn about other cases where we do this. Wave-particle duality is something really, really important to contemporary physics. In terms of light though, make sure you understand the parallels between the two models and be prepared to give a bit of background as to where those came from as well. Make sure you're putting in the time because this is a really important part of the course.